Furia is well known as an aggressive team and one of the first teams to really start inventing the meta on Vertigo, and still doing it to this day. Helping Furia is Kscerato with his calculated T-side lurks while being in the top 5 ready players for mid on the T-side of Vertigo. Heya I'm Smirky, and today I want to look at Kscerato and how he attacks T mid on the T-side of Vertigo, so let's begin. Now it's worth noting Kscerato will actually play towards mid, maybe around 60% of the time. Other times he will go towards B or do something else around the map. However, 70% of the time on the T side, he will do the short smoke. To do this, come towards this corner, aim at this point, and jump throw. And this smoke is pretty good as it lands directly on the edge, not allowing the CT side to push through it and use it as a shield. And once again in round 3 we're going to see the exact same thing. He'll line himself up, throw the smoke and head over towards mid. This is not really part of his default, but I really love this smoke as it really plays well with his positioning. In this round, Furia wanted to rush the A bomb site, and Kscerato will smoke the right side by going towards the middle of this beam, aiming just above this black smudge and jump throwing. And in a second, he'll combine this with some flashbangs. And now Kscerato is in this position. If he wanted to, he can either lurk out A or hold Furia's backs. Now, typically during an eco, Kscerato may not smoke short and will just head up straight towards T mid. Like in round 2, Kscerato is going to head over towards T mid without smoking anything, and will play around this generator area. From this position, he can deny ends from crossing towards mid into ladder, or at least get the information. But in this round, he's not going to get anything. However, in round 3, Kscerato is going to do something pretty similar. He's going to rush up towards T mid, place himself in this angle, and we'll get the kill into Madden trying to aggress. Now from here, he can decide if he wants to push up or fall off. Now this isn't an eco, but I thought I'd show it anyway, because I kind of like it. In this round, Kscerato didn't do his smoke and went straight towards generator to watch. From here though, the rest of his teammates will group up, he will fall off and he will get ready to do this flashbang. And with this flashbang, Furia is going to push out, they'll smoke off the elevators and do a B split. Now something else you can do if you're rushing towards T mid is throw a bunch of util. In this round, Kscerato is going to come up towards stairs, line himself up with his bucket, and jump for the Molotov that will land towards window. From here, he'll combine this with a flashbang and fall off the angle. And by doing this, it creates a bit of mid presence, forcing outsiders to stay on mid, being wary of any potential T aggression, hopefully delaying the rotations to allow Furia to do what they want to do. Now let me show you how Kscerato will hold towards T mid or just play around it. As I've already shown you before, Kscerato likes to play towards this generator area and is a good position even if you're a bit late due to you throwing the short smoke. Another angle Kscerato might play is towards this off angle next to this vacuum thing. And basically he's just going to sit here for a while with his crosshair still before later pushing out with safe. And the benefit of playing this spot is at times the CT side, if they're going to push, will just pre-aim top of the vacuum, as that's a bit more of the common angle. But well, if you're playing the off angle, I guess less experienced vertical players, it will catch them off guard. In round 13, Kscerato will use a similar angle. However, in a second he's going to push up and play this off angle. And this off angle can also be seen against outsiders in round 3. And the purpose of it is something similar again. It's just a weird angle for you to play, and the CT side will certainly not expect it when they're trying to set up their crosshair. But soon later, Kscerato in round 3 will lurk out. Now, last position you may play towards T mid is towards ladder. In this round, Kscerato is helping towards B. He's going to check around the edges before slowly making his way up, careful not making any noise or the A players will hear it. And he will just place himself like this, sitting here for around 20 seconds, before later rotating to help on A. And in round 8 against Ents, we're going to see something similar, except this time it's going to be an eco, and him and Art will go up ladder. They're going to sit in very similar spots, but later Kscerato will help Molly short by aiming towards the top left of this door and jump throwing. And you can combine these with some flashbangs to help you take A short or Ivy or yellow or whatever you want to call it. Now if Kscerato's playing towards team mid and hasn't rotated off, he may just push. Whenever Kscerato decides to push, he's very precise with his crosshair placement. As you can see, he's going to clear the box angle before slowly moving up, clearing all corners of mid. And even though he's out mid, he's still being really cautious, perhaps getting ready to catch some CT, playing a weird angle. And doing something like this as well, slowly moving yourself out, baiting with your body, can also be a good way of baiting up shots, as you may just make them fire. But as he comes out further out mid, he'll clear towards window, check sandbags, and then clear both CT and elevator. And at this point, Kscerato's in a pretty powerful spot, as he can catch anyone trying to peek out elevator, trying to gain information, and the people above window will likely not spot him. And also, it's just super easy to catch rotations from B to A or vice versa. Now in round 3 we're going to see the exact same thing. Kscerato's just going to lurk out mid with some very precise crosshair placement. However, instead of playing underneath window, he's just going to sit in this angle right in front of elevator, waiting for any peeks. And with his patience, he will get rewarded by a kill onto D-Ha, and spot Snappy super quickly, coming out of team mid. There's also been a few times where Kscerato will walk out mid with an AWPer, and this can be pretty powerful, as if you're suddenly walking up through mid, your AWPers should be able to pick him off, and you can help if it's needed. In this round, Safe is going to peek out, while Kscerato holds his window. And from here, Safe is going to play a similar angle as we saw Kscerato play earlier in the video. He'll get the kill onto Jame, and later peek out of window and get the kill onto Norbert on B. And that's because they didn't expect the lurks to come out from Furia so late. And in round 13, we're going to see something similar. But unfortunately in this round, it doesn't go as well, as Art will die to fame, and Kscerato will try to go for the trade, but gets bested. Now, you don't always have to go out with an AWPer, you could also just walk out with a rifler. In this round, Art decides to peek out a window, Art will die, Kscerato won't be able to get the trade, so he's just going to try for some util, and later fall off. However, I do think there was a bit of a spacing issue, as I think Art and Kscerato should have been closer together, ready to trade off each other. Now that I've shown you how Kscerato may push out towards mid, maybe later in the round, let me show you how Kscerato will do it right at the start of the round. But warning, Kscerato barely does this. In round 2, it's going to be an eco against outsiders, and he's going to take his Galil and play up close, playing a familiar off angle as seen before. And with this off angle, he will get a kill onto Flit, he's going to wait for any potential trades, before later pushing out towards mid using similar crosshair placement. And in round 10, Kscerato is going to be on a force buy and will take his deagle fast towards team mid, passing through the Molotov. He's going to go right past the Molotov, sneak past the box, but will unfortunately die to Modern's off angle. After watching Kscerato's demos, I've noticed he's patient. It's very common to see Kscerato sit in the same position for 30 seconds, waiting for a push. He deviates. There are quite a few rounds where he'll change it up. If that's his positioning, if and when he will look out of team mid, or if he's going to support a teammate on B. And lastly, he's precise. He's very precise with his crosshair, not wanting to overlook a position. Apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe you need a good anti-eco strat on the CT set of Ancient. Or check out the video I did on FaZe and how they successfully defended their positions with some cheeky angles. That will be in the description. Apart from that, thanks for watching, see you in a bit.